What is up, guys? My name is Chono. Welcome to episode 18.5, or Express episode 3. At least I think it's episode 3. Yeah, we'll go with 3 for now. Of 3D game programming in Java, and this is like another Express episode. It's Christmas right now. It is the 25th. It's 8 p.m. You can see right over here. Although that's in Australia, of course, different time zones in the world. It might not even be Christmas somewhere in the world when I release this episode. Probably will be though. Because Christmas is wrapping up, and it has been raining all day. If we check out the radar of the weather radar of Melbourne, then you can see that the rain's just passed. All right, look at that. Like that's insane. I'm like right over here near St Kilda, so that's just a bit lower, Elstonwick. So that's just completely past, and yeah, it's just been raining all day, and we got so much rain today. We got more rain than like the past 3 months, honestly, today. So it was amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to you guys. And today, what we're gonna do, you'll probably tell this by the title because I'll put it up in the title. Um, we've covered basically two ways of exporting. We've covered exporting to run as a runnable jar file. We've covered exporting to run as an applet in a web browser. And I'm still sick, by the way. I spent the whole day at home today, didn't go anywhere, but it's okay. Yeah, so we've covered exporting as an applet. We've covered exporting as a runnable jar. But one thing that people have been requesting is exporting as an executable file, as an exe, as a Windows.exe file. Now, I don't know why you would want to export as this. There are a few reasons, but like usually runnable jar works fine. But if you just want to basically make sure that people can run it on a Windows computer without having to right-click, go open with the Java application thing, if the Java runtime environment, if their default program isn't the Java runtime environment, then of course the .exe is the easiest way to do so. So we're going to cover how to basically export it out of Eclipse as a .exe. Well, we can't, basically. We have to use another program, but I'll get into that in a sec. Alrighty. Okay, let's get started. So, at the moment, we've sort of got, like, this thing. I don't really want it at the moment. I don't really like where it's at the moment, because, well, basically, it's just like it's not, we can't really play this game at the moment. So let's just go back and fix what we did last episode. We go into render. If we go into screen actually first, let's just comment out the walls so that we lose the walls, and get our frame rate back. And and the other thing we want to do is if we go into render.3D, I always say render.3D. I don't know what it is. Freaking render3d.java. Oh, so annoying. Okay, we'll set this to game dot what is it? Game dot controls dot is it X? What is it? No, it's Z, isn't it? I don't remember. I think it would be Z. And is that and our mouse, we need to rotate. We need to get rotation back. And I think that, yep, that's everything working correctly. Awesome. And running exceptionally fast. Okay, so we're basically ready to export now. I just didn't want to export the wall like thing because you couldn't really play that and play around with that. So yeah, I changed it back to what it was originally. Okay, so we're gonna hit File, Export, and hit Runnable Jar File. Okay, even though we're gonna be converting into a runnable exe file, we still need it as a runnable jar file for the moment. So runnable jar file, hit Next, and let's hit Browse, and I'm just going to put it into our episode 18.5 folder that I just made specifically for this. I actually went ahead and made a folder for this episode. I'm slowly improving the production value of the series. But let's just call it Minefront. And, extract required packages, required libraries into a generated jar, hit Finish, okay, and we can close Eclipse for now. So once we go into our folder, which of course it opens on my other monitor, you can see that it's a WinRAR archive. If we double click on it, it might not work. The clients might be like, dude, what's going on? If they're noobs. So and you'll have to go right click, hit open with the Java platform, and it will work. Sure, it'll work, but hey, it's not gonna be as cool as .exe, providing that your user is using Windows, of course. The benefit of this is that it runs Mac, on Windows and Mac, and with a bit of working out Linux as well. Because I think you might have to like use the terminal in Linux to get it to work. But I'm not a Linux person, so I wouldn't know that. But yeah, so basically, let's go ahead and learn about how to convert this. So go back to Chrome because that's the web browser I'm using. We've got Launch4j. Okay, this is a cross-platform Java executable wrapper. And basically, what it does is it converts your jar file. Let me just open that again. I don't know why I closed it. It converts your runnable jar file into a .exe file, and it's free. It's completely free. It is lightweight. It's 26 kilobytes. And it's awesome. So I'll put the link in the description. Check it out. Hit download, and select your. It'll be on SourceForge. Select the .exe so that you can install it. And once you have downloaded it, you can install it. And let me just find where I downloaded it. Here it is. Run. Alright, here it is. Okay, so once you've downloaded it, just install it. I'm doing this in front of you guys. Don't even know why. I'm pretty sure you guys are capable of installing something. Run it after you install it. Nice splash screen, and you get this nice sort of interface here. So it's wanting to, and you can see that the red star things are basically what's required. So it's like if you're filling out a form, you have to fill out these things. So let's browse. So this is the output file. This is where you want the .exe to be. Let's just put it into let's just go back to desktop and episode 18.5, and we'll call it Minefront. Hit save. And at the end, by the way, put .exe. I don't know why it doesn't do that automatically, but it doesn't, and that causes problems when it builds the actual file. Okay, so the other thing we need to output is the jar file. So the actual, sorry, not the output. We have to input the jar file, so what it's going to convert. So hit the folder thing, and you can see that I'm basically just selecting it as in episode 18.5, minefront.jar, hit open. Make sure this is the executable file, not just the jar file, okay? Make sure it's a runnable jar file, because otherwise it won't find the main method automatically, which will cause problems. Alright, so we've got these two things. The other thing that you must do is go into JRE and specify the minimum Java runtime environment version. I would personally, for this project, recommend 1.4. I wouldn't allow anyone to run this program that has below 1.4. You could put it to 1.0.0, but just put it to 1.4.0. We're currently using 1.6, so everyone should have 1.6. If they don't, then this is like a wake-up call for them to actually install Java properly. So 1.4, that's what I put all the time anyway. And the other thing we can specify is the icon. Now this is kind of important because if you don't put it, you'll just get a generic sort of like Windows-based icon where like you don't specify an icon, it gives you like a default one. It doesn't look good. So I've got this nice Cherno emblem. This is like my YouTube channel thing, and it's actually made out of text. It's pretty cool. It's the second prestige emblem from Modern Warfare 2, but it's in text. You can't really see it at this resolution, but hang on. So this is a since it's Christmas, I'll show you guys. Here we go. You can see that that's made out of, well, it's made out of text, so that's really cool. But yeah, so I've got this nice thing. I've just downgraded it down to 256 by 256 because that's the maximum resolution for an icon on Windows. So now it's a .png. I just need to convert it into a .ico file, a .ico file. So there's a wonderful website which I'll put in the description as well called convertico.com. Okay, convertico.com. Now all you have to do is basically browse to that file, the .png file, or probably any file, but I always go PNG anyway. Oh, it's PNG to icon, yeah. Make sure it's a PNG file. Select it, hit open, hit go, and it literally takes like 5 seconds. 4, 3, there we go. Okay, and once you've got it, hit the download button, and it should. Sorry for my coughing, guys. I'm still a bit sick, and it should download. I don't know where it's going to download it to. Fantastic, it's going to download it into my download folder. Alright, so here it is. I'll just copy it into here and delete the old file. So now we've got a .ico file out of it, which we can actually use in this program. So we've converted it into a .ico file. Now we just need to select it. So here it is, .ico. And that's it, and we're done. Now all we have to do is hit the build wrapper button, and it's just a launch configuration file. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna put it into the same folder as this. Just name it minefront. That's it. Hit that, and it should be done. That's just like a .xml file. And as you can see, it's successfully completed. And now what we've got is a .exe file. As you can see here, I'm just gonna cut it and put it onto the desktop so you guys can see it. It's a .exe file, as you can see, and it's got a nice icon. And if we open it, it will actually run the game. And it's a .exe file, and you can see that frame rate wise, we're actually getting a higher frame rate than the runnable jar. So we're getting about 52, 54 frames per second. If we run the runnable jar, we're actually getting quite a bit less. We're getting like 38 frames per second. So I guess that's one advantage of actually doing this. You're not directly running it through, well, you still are running it through the virtual Java thing, but hey, look, it's running well. So yeah, that's basically how you and this icon, of course, is defined by the actual Java application. So that's why it's still like the Java coffee cup, because that icon isn't defined by the .exe thing that we used. It's actually defined by and this one as well. It's actually defined by Eclipse. So yeah, but that's how you make a .exe file out of your project, guys. Merry Christmas, and yeah, Happy New Year, I guess. Probably not gonna make any more episodes until at least like January 5 or something. I'm gonna give myself a break. But yeah, Merry Christmas. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like. It helps a lot, and I will see you guys next year, 2012. Goodbye.